Another shift in 2014 budget presentation at the National Assembly. President cites differences in approved oil benchmark. U.S. Consul General Jeffrey Hawkins challenges INEC on credible elections in 2015. LASMA official caught on camera demanding bribe on the run. Governor Fashola promises to bring him to justice. And over 50 people feared trapped in a collapsed shopping mall in South Africa. Well, just a quick reminder to you that all our top stories are on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. And you can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. But you can also be part of the news, and here's what to do. Interact with the Channel's Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. If you have a picture or video to share with us, all you need to do is download the Channels TV Android app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then follow instructions to share your reports, pictures, and videos. Now, with the Anambra experience, the electoral umpire will surely welcome suggestions to put its house in order. Well, there has been no shortage of that in the past few days, and even today, the U.S. Consul General Jeffrey Hawkins advised the country on the best way out of its present electoral challenges. For Mr. Hawkins, who made a presentation at the Hubert Humphrey Annual Lecture in Lagos, 2015 will give INEC a good opportunity to prove its mettle. Our correspondent Temitope Fagbemi reports.
It's a gathering of professionals, security officials, diplomats and students. They are here for the 2013 Hubert Humphrey Fellowship Annual Lecture, which has as its theme the democratic journey in Nigeria, learning from the American experience. In his opening remarks, the chairman of the occasion, Sam Ohabua, who was represented by the Deputy National President of the Nigerian American Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Olabinton Famotimi, explains the significance of the lecture.
One of such men. Indeed, Senator Hubert Humphrey was one of the greatest visionaries of our times, a man who lived ahead of his times. And today we are all beneficiaries of his vision. Indeed, he has left footprints in the sands of time.
If Victor Fatumi, he is Mazi Ulabonwa, Sam Ulabonwa.
Delivering the keynote address, the U.S. Consul General in Lagos, Mr. Jeffrey Hawkins, says the lecture is not meant to praise the U.S. democratic system, but an opportunity for Nigeria to learn from its shortcomings.
An end to corruption, participatory governance, political equity, the rule of law, due process, as well as free and fair elections. An engaged electorate, an active civil society, and strong institutions trump strong men. The political and economic success of Africa and of this mighty nation, Nigeria, depends a great.
He also spoke on the need for Nigeria to get its electoral process right in 2015.
Sustainable democracies, to building good governance, to rebuilding the global economy, to combating violent extremism. In my president's remarks to the young African leaders, when he launched and hosted 115 African delegates in August 2010 at the White House, he noted, "It will be up to you, young people full of talent and imagination, to build the Africa for the next 50 years.
The Hubert H. Humphrey Fellowship Program is a program for mid-career professionals sponsored by the U.S. State Department. Temitope Fagbemi, reporting for Channels Television News.
Well, indeed, we have been tracking developments following the Anambra governorship election, and the call for a change in the way the country's elections are handled is being echoed by our former presidential candidate, Professor Pat Utomi. He described what transpired at the Anambra polls as shameful and insists that the time has come for politicians and the electoral umpire to put the interests of the people first.
Oh, I think it's a complete mess. I think it's disgraceful. I think Nigerians who get into political life should learn to respect the Nigerian people and give them the freedom to choose. They come in all kinds of guises and ways. They come in the big man who thinks the people are too stupid, so let's help them. They come in people who say they want continuity. Let the people choose discontinuity if that's what they want. Let's have a process that involves discussion, debate on the issues, and let the people choose. We need to deal with this thing about incumbency and continuity in Nigerian politics. It's a dangerous thing. One of the things I've suggested in some previous commentary is that nobody should be able to now move from serving out 2 terms to another position, whether it's appointment as chief of staff to a governor or president or to running for Senate without a break of 3 years. Because people, in perpetuating themselves one way or the other, are obsessed with who they think they are because they have power and make a mess of the country. We must have break between positions and the next run.
In the meantime, 14 political parties in Anambra State have declared that the governorship election held last Saturday was credible, adding that they are accepting the decision of the Independent National Electoral Commission to hold a supplementary election in areas where the elections have been cancelled. At a press briefing in Awka, the Anambra State capital, the coalition of political parties say all they want is for INEC to be thorough in the handling of the election and that they will support whoever triumphs at the end of the exercise.
After critical review, we accept and abide by all the results collated by INEC in Anambra governorship election, and we back INEC in its proposed supplementary election for the conclusion of the governorship election to enable INEC declare the result without further delay so that the state can move forward.
We want to advise INEC to make sure that they do it in a very good manner, so that nobody will complain again.
Yes.
We cannot be election in another state that we go to last one with no results yet.
Yeah.
Nobody now will work on all the other areas. Anambra is a very peaceful state. So what we want INEC to do that, let them make sure that after that supplementary
results is announced,
let them announce the results.
Immediately.
I don't know who is going to get the best governor of Anambra State.
Now, the outcome of the governorship election in Anambra State may have generated controversy, but INEC's move to resolve the issues surrounding the poll is raising more dust. Faced with allegations of malpractices in the Idemili area of Anambra State, INEC cancelled the polls in some areas there and called for supplementary elections. Since then, legal practitioners have been flipping through the Constitution to see if supplementary polls are allowed by law. Our judiciary correspondent Shola Shoyele reports.
Section 26 of the Electoral Act provides that where a date has been appointed for the holding of an election, and there is reason to believe that a serious breach of peace is likely to occur if the election is proceeded with on that date, or it is impossible to conduct the elections as a result of natural disasters or emergencies, INEC may postpone the election and shall, in respect of the areas concerned, appoint another date for the holding of the postponed election, provided that such reason for the postponement is cogent and verifiable. As with almost everything, some legal practitioners are divided over whether this section applies in the Anambra State poll.
The Electoral Act does not envisage that INEC will, after the fact, then come out to say that it's going to conduct a supplementary election. And it's worse when that election is not even the fulsome election in the state, which, as you know, includes election into the House of Assembly. Now we're just talking about a solo election, a governorship election. And after the bungling of that election by the electoral body at the tail end of the process then come forward to say we want to conduct a supplementary election. So, and I want to tell Nigerians that there is nothing like supplementary election.
You can see what happened in Idemili North. There was need to conduct elections in Idemili North on a Sunday. Those powers are donated to INEC. They have powers to postpone elections, clearly. But those powers are not at large.
One thing the lawyers, however, agree on is that the Anambra election is a foretaste of what may happen in 2015.
I believe there is need for us to be able to conduct credible elections. Elections that people can say are free and fair. You see, the situation in Anambra State now will certainly, I believe, lead to various election petition suits. And that will be actually, as far as I'm concerned, burdening the judiciary once again.
All the principal officers involved in this election should be suspended with immediate effect to pave way for an unbiased, unfettered, unhindered investigation. 3, they must constitute a new panel, a group of officers who will go and walk around the clock and prepare to conduct fresh polls in Anambra State.
For the lawyers and many Nigerians, the benefit of doubt given to the Independent Electoral Commission (INEC) under Professor Atari Ujega is being questioned for now, and there is need for INEC to redouble its efforts by correcting some of these mistakes before the 2015 general election. Shola Sheyeli for Channels Television News.